I love the way she said that. All right. Check. All right, Travis Bagent, everyone. Finally, it's I don't know when and how to start, but I just want to let everybody know that it took me entire trip to Australia, talking to a bunch of people, collecting all types of Australian money, selling illegal kangaroos, just to start this podcast with you, Travis Bagent. So it took me a long time, a lot of money. So I'm glad you're here and we're able to present people with our first episode of this show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you the countless times that I have been approached in the past to actually do a podcast. I have stuck to my word that I am not a weirdo geek, and there is no such thing as arm wrestling fans. Therefore, why would anyone do a podcast? That has been my thinking, but I am here to tell you, after the tragic events of Artem's trip to Australia, it has prompted me to voice my opinion, and therefore the first Tell Me I'm the Greatest podcast, brought to you by yours truly, Travis Bagent, on Travis Bagent Unfiltered YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, if you watch this podcast, this channel, and you are not a subscriber, I hope you have the same sort of trip Artem has the next time you go on vacation.
Oh man, you just spiked 100 subs.
Let's go.
Hey,
So
I love
also,
$2 super chat. I love Travis. Just kidding. I love Devin Moore. Thank you, sir, for this. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, we love Devin more than we love each other as well. Don't worry about it, kid.
It's all good.
After such a monumental, debut, or I guess not debut, but performance at King of the Table, we all love Devin. How could he have possibly have won that match? What a huge upset that was. And listen, I don't want to be a smartass, Artem. You know that's the last thing on my agenda.
Oh no, absolutely not.
But I must address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at the trauma that has taken place in Artem. If we could get a before-after photo, this guy has lost 18 pounds. Who is it? Oh, whoa, that shirt is a small, no doubt about it.
I don't even
know.
Extra large, baby. Extra large. Good.
That's one of them extra larges from that bazaar in Istanbul.
No. So, I mean, I know I'm good with extra large, but my best shirt is the East versus West ones because I get to rock 2X. Yo, man, it's 2X, but it just gets longer. Arms don't change.
Yeah, I saw Levon tried to put one of them on. He looked like he had a tattoo on. And I said, what size is that? He said 17X.
My man had you thought she got a painted shirt on. That's how tight it was.
Woo! I've had many a promoters try to hand me that. Whoa. No, thank you there, sir. I will not accept that.
Yeah, you look like you out there look like you've been in a vacuum seal, dog.
So we got a lot of things to talk about. I don't even know if we have enough time. We probably don't even have enough time.
Dude, there are like a couple things that happened. Obviously, my life happened, and there's some shit like just happening in the internet too. So I didn't, wherever you want to start. If there's a way.
All right, well, hold up here now.
But that's hold on. Before
yours sounds juicy. Yours sounds juicy. Yours sounds juicy.
Before I give you all the cards. It's so funny. This what's happening became a thing. People now approach me at the events like, "Yo, what do you think Travis gonna say?" I'm like, dude, and I'm like telling people it's been like a couple of weeks now, and I'm like, dude, I'll be honest, like, I want to make a t-shirt. So if there's like 40 people in the chat right now, please find me a way to put it in a phrase to where it's funny, but it's got to be something like, I'm here winning because I'm too afraid of Travis talking shit. Because that's something like, because that's the whole reason I'm out there standing up and being all proper. Because I don't want to be there, right? I want to be in this garbage without.
Well, here's worst case. Let's talk about when you kind of switched it up a little bit, went to your old style, you killed the guy. And I'm like, oh no, he'll never go back to it again.
No, it's just because of like the way the things work. I understand. For me to beat somebody I'm not supposed to beat, I have to stand up, be fucking fast, hit, like it has to be a lot of combinations, right? If there's something weird like this to where I'm like, man, like it's hard to, for some reason it's hard to figure it out, like, yeah, you can go back to some sort of strap shit. I mean,
I think you're close.
There's some adjustments, but I ideally
believe that I have a structural advantage to my technique, which means when I straighten my arm out and push it against that peg, my body is way at an angle, meaning I'm way over to the left or the right because my arm is long.
Right.
If your arm is not as long, you got to set up more belly button center of the pad, right?
Well, you never even straightened out my arm, but when you practice, you told me I'm awkward on one side and I can take a step to the thing. Me and you discussed that.
There's no doubt. Yeah. So at this point, if I straighten my arm out, right, I can get so far over here that if like that referee allowed so much coverage, so much coming towards, because he never touched your hands.
Mm-hmm.
So he allowed people to either put their hands straight up in the air, right, or at least pointed at the guy's head. The truth is, if you're the referee, you got to grab this part of the hand, and you need to make sure that you understand this difference here. You can't let people like this. Then it takes away any sort of showing thumb knuckles. There was not a thumb knuckle shown on any of the matches. Now listen, the referee did a really good job of instituting his rules. There's no doubt. But not getting the people down so that the webbing can be seen. You can easily see that they're too crowded, right? Which means there's going to be wrist curls involved in getting grips. Just little things that if he could have got that squared away, then he could actually seen some thumb knuckles, and he wouldn't be so scared of letting the arm wrestlers settle. Yeah. There is no selling. You might as well just arm wrestle, put your thumbs, go. Yeah. So, but listen, the refereeing was very consistent. The guy did not do a bad job on what he was told to do. I believe that he probably thinks he did a good job.
The way I said it, and I've watched the video for the previous event, like Ryan's and Matt's thing, and I confirm it, they have the same ref. I'm like, all right, cool. So I've said something in the WhatsApp group before to where Tim, the name of the referee, he probably knew my attitude towards the whole thing. So he introduced himself. He said, "Hey, my name is Artem." Pretty sure that's my name, big dog, but it's all good. I understand, but I told him right there, like, "Yo, Tim, I already know I was told you're the most kindest person on earth, which makes you the most terrible ref on earth too. So I'm gonna let you know this right now, and I'm totally fine with this. I'm absolutely fine with what you're doing. Just to let you know, you're a terrible person. You're a good, terrible ref, but I'm fine." And That was before the event. So I told him to be like, dude, I'm fine with whatever you're gonna do. I know I've dealt with it before. You good. I'm not gonna be talking shit about you. After it was all said and done, I told him the same thing. And I was happy. You're a terrible referee, but you're great at what you've been told to do, right? And he's like, man, why didn't you challenge anything? Like, dude, don't get it twisted. There's nothing for me to challenge. I was happy
Yeah.
with everything you
Well,
did.
and
That's all
dude,
it is.
challenges don't need to be happen very much if you can just start the match fair
Right. And in my
and
opinion,
give your
I
and
was,
also
was fair out.
as a ref, give yourself a chance to start it fair. This is how you do it. You grab those fingers and you line that webbing up and you let them know that they cannot point over the opponent's head. You establish thumb knuckles being shown and you damn sure make sure that they settle after you tell them to close their hands. If you don't do that, we will never get that set grip. We'll never get that set grip done.
Mm-hmm.
Because people will claim that is the set grip. That is it. That's not it. Like, that's not it. That is a great referee that has not been told that settling is vital.
Mm-hmm.
In order to make settling vital, the other steps need to be a little tightened up. But you can work with that guy, there ain't no doubt about it. But if I'm the AWE, just like I've been not critical, this is not being critical. Are you kidding me? Come on, bro. Like, I'll let Donald Duck referee at my tournaments. You're talking about a human being who is not telling you that you did a bad job. Not even close. Let me tell you something. Production on point, arm wrestlers on point, commentating on point, enjoyed watching it. Just know that if you want to get better, have a little stricter way of setting up the webbing, and then put yourself in a good position to let thumb knuckles be showing and let them settle before you say go. And I'm not sure anything changes.
That's what I'm saying.
In any of the matches. None of the matches. Yeah.
I'm not arguing, and especially I feel like we also got lucky enough. I can't speak for other matches, but I feel like me and Ryan will cheat just enough to make it look good for anybody else and to make both of us happy. When you get somebody that cannot even control himself, then like, yeah, you might want to have a more stricter ref. But me and Ryan probably like, we'll make sure that he is happy, and both of us will cheat each other enough to like it to look like we're both happy too, which makes it a lot easier, I think, too.
Definitely there's no one's gonna defend either one of you either way. So
hell no. Fat legless bird with 6 year super chat. Fuck in the chat for Artem. Let daddy Bagent tell you how it is. Well, I still want a t-shirt because that's how I feel like. I'm here staying up because Travis is watching. Something.
So let's get the cat out of the bag. What % of you was not there in Australia because it got used in the travel?
So Ryan asked that, and Todd asked that, and Todd kind of put it in a better perspective. It's hard to say. I could have been there 100%, but he said like by round 2, you see you huffing and puffing, which should not happen regardless of like how hard the first one went. So like I was there, but in my capacity was just not there to compete. The way I would say it, I'm probably strong enough, but I'm not strong enough to travel all this time and compete against two humans being that are a little bit bigger than me. So I was there, but I don't know, there might be capacity and like overall is like not. So I don't know how to put in percentages, especially with people you don't really pull that often. But assuming how it went with Mario and all that, I was kind of there, but obviously not at full capacity. I don't want to say that I'm fucking
I believe your weak brain probably let it creep in way more than it should.
No, actually not, because like the whole time
I would have banged 2 midgets at the first layover just to keep my confidence up. There's no way you can't do that. None of that is happening to me.
Well,
I'm coming in that motherfucker. I'm coming in there the last hour on a kangaroo saying, please, motherfucker, you can't keep me from whipping this ass. So.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was not superly like, oh man, I'm going to lose because of this trip. Nah, in my opinion, I'm like, I saw Coach Trey do all of that. I saw Lackland do all this traveling. I'm like, I know I'm fine. The only question is, am I strong enough to where like all this shit doesn't matter?
I think you looked a little overconfident left-handed until you realized you was in a fucking war.
Yeah, because like I was kind of impression that Omari will go inside and he can beat me inside, and that was true. And then he started rolling me. I'm like, no, abort mission. So I don't know how to say it without sounding like I'm giving a bunch of excuses. So I'm like, in my opinion, I was there, but I'm not the guy yet to fucking do all the travel and beat everybody else. You know what I mean?
Wow, this dude 250 pounds, man. You can't fuck with him.
Couple more months and be good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You need him on a diet. At 209. Yeah, then let's get it on. 209, you come to the United States for the rematch.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, ideally, yeah. I mean, come to Jacksonville, man.
Yeah.
Well, they were funny. They were like, hey, you will never come back, right? I'm like, no, like I'm having amazing time. The only not amazing time I'm having is getting from point A to point B. But
yeah, and what is did you find out? Were you just unlucky, or are you what's going on with the American traveling system right now?
There was like one day for me, like me flying from my house to Chicago. I think it was just weather because it was storming that time. But going to California and all that, they just had no crews in the airplane. For the most time, it was employee problems. Like they have.
That's what I mean. It seems like.
Yeah, once you're in Australia, like striking, like everybody like protesting and shit. So yeah, it just yeah. So it was.
It was beautiful over there, right?
Australia was great. Dude, that first night, the hotel, the strip where we stayed at, you think it's like Mardi Gras or EDC, like that strip. There's people fighting on every corner. We're like, yo, bitch his ass, man. There's chicks holding hair at every trash can because one of the chicks is puking. Dude, I went to, it's 11 o'clock. I'm like, yo, where can I get some food? Go down to KFC. I'm looking at these people like, dude, I need to go back to my hotel room. I'll be staying up all fucking night.
All the girls are beautiful, right?
It's insane. I went to my KFC, got those chicken nuggets, and I'm back out. I told Mario, I'm like, yo, I can't leave my room, dog. I cannot leave my room.
I remember Dave Castro and these guys I'm at the CrossFit Games. They bring in a volunteer from Australia and say, Travis, she's yours, whatever kind of assistance you need, because I'm announcing the game. So I'm running back and forth. She's going to bring the heat and what athletes in what lane each round. I mean, it's like a fucking brutal situation. Man, this girl walks in, I'm like, I can't work with this human being. I had to get rid of her.
Dude, it's funny you said that. Did you happen? I don't know if it happened. There's new Tom Segura stand-up came up on Netflix on the 4th. How fast are you on your stand-up game? Okay, he had a good beat. He's like, and meeting a really, really beautiful woman, it's like meeting a 7-footer. Like, you're a freak. You're a freak if you're good looking. And he has a good point. Like, you're out there, you're talking to someone really, really beautiful. At some point, you're not talking. You're just looking at the ears and shit. Like, what? Well, there's got to be something because you're like, I'm like, yeah. If you're really, really beautiful, you're a freak. You're not.
Imagine my life. Right? I am all over the world, right? And I'm a married man. I got all these kids and shit. So
of course,
I'm chilling, right? But every once in a while, some weirdo, I'm talking way out of my league, right? Which I'm used to. I'm used to being out of my league, right? It's all good, right? But intellectually, strength, business, that's where I find myself out of my league, right? I rarely is it the experience of the hottest chick in the world saying, "You the man. Is there anything I can do for you?" And I'm like, "What? Me? Ah!" That's what I call Casey immediately. I'm like, "Yo, you don't even know. You don't even know."
Hey, just to let you know, I have options, so you better be nice to me.
Oh, going crazy, bitch. You don't even know, right? And she's like, "Oh, yeah, that happened to me every Tuesday morning."
That's
Shut up.
yeah. She's like, yo, I just got the coffee this morning. And the same thing.
And I'm like, not this one. This one's like Brad Pitt rolled up on you, chick.
Oh, dude. That's so funny. That's Tom Segura in stand up based it off all of Brad Pitt too.
All right, so what's next for you? Are you down until September 23rd, or you got a match?
Hold on, we have Politala Cigar with $2 super chat. All you did was let Bowen's head get bigger now. That's awesome.
Hey, where is can you elaborate to me what Bowen's what the people, promoters, fellow arm wrestlers, who has a problem with Ryan Bowen? Like, I'm unaware of this. To me, Ryan Bowen is one of the people allowed anywhere and everywhere. Like, he's the dude. But there's some serious beef, right, going on? Yeah, what is going on here? Can you elaborate, or are you too scared to talk about it in order of?
No, I feel like there's just so many different points you actually can hate Ryan for if you're the hater.
Are you really?
I don't know where to start.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's so many points. If you're Ryan's hater, hey, imagine being Travis's hater. Like, you could probably pick a couple points. Oh, I don't like.
No, you couldn't find one valid point if you were my hater.
Hey, hold on. I'm not saying they're valid. They just points that what people make.
Well, I know, but I mean, there's got to be a little validity to it in order for us to like. I mean, I was amazed. So I have had 10 conversations over the past 10 days, I'd say. And these conversations are all about promoting tournaments and sending people to different tournaments. And I have had a more than one complaint about Ryan Bowen. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then the people are like, well, don't you know about it? And I'm like, nah, I'm completely lost. So is Ryan, does he have, what's Ryan's problem with I mean, was everybody in Australia happy with Ryan? Oh, okay. So he's good there. Hometown, he's good.
So hometown used to not be so good because you'll talk to Australians, and I think let's probably say point one of Ryan's Bowen hate, and that's probably the closest one to me, because if I were to hate on Ryan, or if I'm hating on Ryan, that's what I'm telling him. Hey, this is what I don't like about you, you piece of shit, right? And one thing will be probably his manner of trash talking and like putting himself above people and his friends too. Whenever there's a conversation, hey man, what about Jordan Davis super match with Sam Harris? Oh man, he's not even on a level. Bruh, your boy, like, there was a lot of harsh words to it. Ryan started talking to people like from very, very high up there.
Okay.
Talking, you know, a whole lot
without comedy involved. Without comedy involved.
You know, exactly. It makes you kind of like, dude, just shut up. You know what I mean? And he was putting the template for a couple of people, like Lachlan introduced, where people were hating on Lachlan America because like the whole Lachlan Todd thing, right? That kind of got spoiled. He's great at that marketing, I guess, thing, and it's kind of great to bring attention, but the way he does it, it definitely makes you not like him the way he comes off, right? There's, as you said, there's either not enough humor or there's so much, you know, you can say delusion. So just his talking approach and how he can belittle you very quickly and present like zero.
I guess the reason I am oblivious of this, it's because he just doesn't do it to me.
Exactly. You've never been like, yo, Travis, I'm going to beat you. Like maybe I'll start hushing because Stud will get those messages probably when Ryan was hot. Like, yeah, I'm going to beat you one day, or like maybe Devin. So, yeah, so that's probably my problem. Which nowadays, Ryan got a lot better with it, I think, too. Because, like, I had no problem. As you said, you don't want to lose to Ryan because he's the guy that will make a scene out of it, holding you on the table and all that, and maybe say some shit in the
Yeah,
internet.
he really didn't do that. He didn't do that, did he?
He said on a comment somewhere that he was worried, so he probably didn't want
Well,
to.
yeah, it was because the second match was close. So he
And
probably, if y'all would have went 6 rounds, he may have got into that.
so, but as of right now, the way Ryan is handling this post release, he's not even acting. I mean, as far as me, like the way I will present it, I'm super happy with the way like Ryan's talking about right now, later and before.
Well, yeah, he can't take credit for beating up on a little dude who spent 19 hours like Tom Hanks in the airport.
Yeah, but if you're Ryan's hater, and if you were like me, that definitely hated Ryan for his talking approach, you'll still hate him for even like existing, probably. But I'm like, the guy handles post release beautifully. I'm loving all his posts. Like Ryan is the best guy. So that was point number one. Probably Ryan's trash talk and the way he can, I don't know, maybe lower integrity if you can take it to a certain degree, right? That was that. So poor trash talk style that makes you kind of.
So Ryan, so where do you think Ryan is? Ryan's pretty strong, right?
As hard as he's like overall level. So I told him, I told him pretty harsh shit, right? The way I phrased it first, I'm like, man, you're a 240-pound guy with 154 power of elite strength, and you really need to be like about 200. So, but really, like to make it not so harsh, I believe he's definitely not at the weight. I mean, at his weight, he's not that weight.
He needs to pull Ron back.
He's the guy like with his height, his hand size, and just the weight and power. Like you said, if the money is on the line, Ryan needs to go back to 200, in my opinion, right? Like as of right now, he's not at that. Like I understand, I'm all about trying to be as heavy as possible, but in my opinion, my overall take on Ryan was because I had to message him afterwards because I'm like, it's not like he cares, but that's what I will want to tell him. Like, I feel like he's in a proper path, but his weight is so far gone to where like he can keep doing what he's doing, but get the quality slowly back. Be the same guy, but make it.
Or he could let his internet presence get him matches with lighter guys that are good.
Well, he got a good point too about the matches, because if you think about it, let's say Ryan's level is like he's really nice 200-pound dude, right? But his super matches were, let's say he tried to set up him and Chance, him and Todd, and now me and him, right? So they're all like, that's a lot of like levels if you think about it. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah. He needs to rock. He needs to go through the Brandon L. Silver's Rob Visit Juniors.
So he had a good point about that because of his name and like whatever, like he kind of has to carry a lot of matches and the social media presence. So that's why he kind of has to set up matches that he may be gonna get trash talk for even shaking them up, right? And they're not realistic, but they're gonna bring him enough views to whenever they're like in much better profits, he can align himself against somebody he really wants to pull. Like you said, maybe El Cesar or whoever it is that should be. So I see his point. He needs to bring it up to where there's enough attention to where he can go ahead and take that match that maybe has zero media presence, but it's really important for him at a power strange point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Lachlan looks like he's getting better too, right?
Lachlan been killing it for sure. I mean, and Lachlan did a lot of things. Like Lachlan came down, beat Pablo. He's out there. The match with Jordan was not surprising to me. I knew it's gonna go.
Yeah,
I was surprised Jordan was in it the second round, and I didn't know if Lachlan was letting him do that. But I knew it's not supposed to be close. So, and then let's trash talk for Ryan, right? That's one part of the hate. I think number 2 hate will be. I don't know. Oh man, there's some personal shit, right? I don't want to talk about. And the thing there is
I'm gonna tell you what it's from. It's from hawking the motherfucking pay-per-view. And I'm telling you, like, I remember us talking about this, like, hey, I don't care what no one says. If I'm having a pay-per-view and you decide to watch it and do commentary and get a bunch of people on there, fuck you.
All
You know
right.
what I mean? So
It is the second part, the live
that's
commentary.
gotta be it. That's gotta be it. Because the powers to be ain't fucking with Ryan Bowen. And all the powers to be, in my opinion, that's where the problem has to stem from. Because how else could it be all personal and shit? It's all weird.
Live commentary is a problem that probably started with the push from like Engen, and now Devin also took Devin took on his side, but Devin said like what Ryan's doing is incorrect, so like I'm not gonna fuck with the guy. So that live,
So Devin doesn't fuck with Ryan?
I'm pretty sure he's not. No, because
Come on, are you kidding me? I thought they was boys. What about John? John don't have no problem with Ryan, I bet.
I mean, nobody like, dude, unless you're hosting a pay-per-view event, you should not have a problem with Ryan.
I got you.
And if you do, you should be his best friend because he will make you fucking sell more of them. Because that's something to talk about. So a little bit random, but I happen to know, or I happen to be part of enough pay-per-view events now, or happen to know of people that are involved to know 99% data from every pay-per-view event that was ever like hosted and sold, and how much money it did bring and did not bring. And I mean, that Ryan thing with Lachlan and Todd and you and Brandon, that was like the most successful pay-per-view a normal person ever done. Not saying like $50,000. And I feel like because of that, a lot of people heard the success of that. So now you see like the High Five Hour Master hosting stuff, Arizona State did stuff, everybody and their mother.
Oh, Captain Repeat is Tim Talmadge.
Well, yeah, so
Tim Talmadge, listen, you know what's funny about Tim Talmadge? Tim Talmadge will make a contract and he'll call me on the phone and be like, Travis, send me the contract. I send it to him. He doesn't just use the words. He sends it to the people that I sent him the contract from.
Hold on. Hey, next week, next Saturday, I'm on Arizona State.
Then he calls me and says,
you're not allowed to talk shit about Tim Talmadge, dog.
Then he calls me and says, hey, I sent it to your people. I'm like, damn, bro. He's like, yeah, I'm doing the same shit. I'm like, all right, bro. I love you. No worries. Same shit.
Well, I'll ask him that next Thursday.
Every idea he ever had came from me. Every one. He just does it a year later.
And I loved him.
I do too. Why you think I don't care? Yeah. He's like a long-term intern.
Dude, you don't even know. I was looking at the flights from IAD to Phoenix to get you out there, but they're a little expensive.
I told Tim, I'm like, listen, Phoenix and Scottsdale is the most expensive flight I can take.
It used to be the same for me, but now for some reason Orlando is like $200. Used to be 500, all the time. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was $565 back when I could go to LA and back for $132. I just bought a ticket to Dallas next Wednesday for $48. I think that thing is definitely canceled, right?
No. What is it? Breeze Airway? Spirit?
Spirit, baby. I only fly Spirit.
Oh, you're good. You get that first class Spirit, dog.
I mean, for $48, I was like, all right, I'm on. I'm gonna grab it.
So come back to the pay-per-view thought. So people don't realize how much time and effort and the trash talk was involved between Lachlan and Todd and you being involved, and how much the Ryan started promoting that shit like a year before that. And for some reason, people think they can repeat the same thing. But the reality is, and that's me telling a hard number, if you're hosting a regular event and if you're not king of the table or you're not East versus West, you're tapped at 200 to 400 buys in North America. So if you're hosting a pay-per-view event, you better realize that this is how much you should price it, because you're only going to get so many buys. Or make sure you got sponsors, posters, t-shirts, whatever you need to make it happen. Otherwise, you're losing money. So
that's a village. It's a village. It's a village of volunteers doing one part, and agreeing to spend their own money to come and be VIPs and have fun to the event. That's what it is. I'm serious. In other words, it's what's Paul Lynn's company? Lethal Arm Sports. It's Lethal Arm Sports doing me a favor, coming to the event, paying $100 to set up their lethal arm table, and us using that $100 to pay the payout, and that's having 50 of those guys, right? And it like having what is it? Primal Beef Jerky being a sponsor for the second and third place $500 prizes.
Vital Biologics.
Of course, Vital agreeing to get the plane ticket on their credit card to Istanbul or to London. That's what this is, and that's what it's got to be. What we have to do is set it up so that we have, whether it's posters, trading cards, T-shirts, and we just got one guy or girl in charge of each one of those. And before you know it, it's on. And I'm going to tell you why Ryan Bowen's pay-per-view was so successful.
Okay, I want to hear that.
It's because I arm wrestled in it. That's the only damn reason. Are you kidding me? And that's what we have. We have you, the camera guy, and me, the arm wrestler. We got 2,000 buys. What we have to figure out is, man, can we please do something that 2,000 people don't hate us after it's over? What do the 2,000 viewers want to see, right? I'm just going to show you me arm wrestling. You get that? What else? Like, we put Devin, John at the scores table. Was that horrible? Was that not it, Pradeep? Was that the worst? That was the worst podcast you ever saw. The one before that, it was Chance Shaw that didn't even focus the camera. Are you telling me that podcast that me and Ryan did with Chance Shaw is worse than the one we did the other day? Come on, bro. We need to know, because listen, this is happening.
Dude, I mean, it's like listening to Hate and Ryan Bowen. Like, well, you want to know the points, or you lost a little bit, right? Like, what's there to fix? So while you're thinking about it, super chat. Benjamin Mack, Benji.
Hey,
$2 super chat. Tell me I'm the latest. Welcome, Benji. Big is in the chat. Ernie. Ryan has to talk because he's a YouTube hit. He definitely won't get there from his arm wrestling. Oh, Big E with the big hit.
I'm going to see Big E. I'm calling into Dallas, and Big E's either headed to Dallas or I'm headed to Bozer City.
Look, hold on. There's so many comments saying, the Bears, where's the hat?
The Bears. Oh, Ezra took the hat.
Man,
the Bears, July 22nd.
Over 100 people in the chat. I need two things from you guys. I need you guys to come up with a phrase that's going to say something like, I'm here because I'm afraid of Travis Bagent talking shit, and we need some more money so Travis can have a couple
You just need the whole dude. He's going to kill you. That's all you got to dude, he's going to kill you.
Man, yeah.
That's it. Get that shirt lined up right there. Dude.
Just like this, dude, and like smaller words under. I love it.
He's going to kill you.
And we need a couple more of the Bears shirt hats so you can have them all the time.
I can't believe Ezra took the hat, man.
Well, dude, you only have one, so whenever it's lost, I see your eyes.
That's an $80. Yeah.
Face becomes pale. Your shirts becomes white and gray. Like you're losing colors. Ones that hat is not on you. I've seen it.
That's an $80 real hat. I would never even come close to buying a real NFL hat ever.
Well, you're going to be in Turkey here soon, right? You can get one at the bazaar.
Yeah, you'll be there too, right?
No.
What? I'm out. If you ain't going, I ain't going.
I appreciate the love. Engin never discussed.
Let's talk about the card. Do you have the card, the July 29th card?
I'll pull it up. No problem, dog.
I mean, since I'm batting 1,000 here lately,
Dude, hold on. Before I'm gonna go look at the card, but I'm here. I have a little bit personal problem here. With Brad Grundy,
Whoa, whoa.
and well, and then all of a sudden it rolled out to more stuff to where
If you think the daywalker Ryan Bowen beats you, when that ginger Brad Cook or Brad Grundy gets you, you done.
no. So Brad said that he has the best practice in the United States, right? There's nowhere you can get better. But than
West
Brad.
Tampa, where we at? West Tampa, where's he at?
No idea, never been there. It is the best practice I've heard. But and me and Chance are discussing because Chance wants to go practice. Me discussing where to go, and he's like, "Well, Chance is a part of the next East versus West." And he had the question. I'm like, "Well, I don't know. Like, Brad says he has the best practice, but I believe they're like, there's nobody technical there. They're a bunch of strong dudes, but it's a lot of them out there."
Oh, I think I know where this is going. Know where this is going.
My question is, so Chance was like, "Well, I don't know what I need. Do I need a technical thing or do I need to fucking go get beat?" And I'm like, "Dude, I mean, you need everything." But let me talk to Travis on your approach. Because in my opinion, like me and Paul talk about it a lot. Like if you need to prepare and you kind of like in some higher echelon of rankings, you kind of want to go to practices where you're not the smartest person, where you kind of maybe, I don't know about the strongest, but a lot of people can, I feel like, use a lot of technical shit. And me and Paul kind of just got like, pooling is like you're practicing with the guys that are like top 3, top 2, and they're actual like there. So they technique is just so far apart to where you kind of like, if you're not, if you're not singing up and fucking hating, you can't really beat them. You know what I mean? Because it requires for you to be on point for everything. And you're losing those touches, I think, when you're pulling people they're not as smart, but they just happen to be so much stronger than you. So that's where I guess the question is, what do you even care, or will you separate the practices between like technical and the power ones? I remember you used to be the guy.
I would stay away from anybody that could beat me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, and then I would always make sure that I'm being realistic, right? I'm not even working my game plan. I mean, how can you work your game plan if you don't have a referee there? And what the fuck is arm wrestling? Trying to win that match. What part of practice helps you win that match? I don't know if there's one bit of it. I think that practice is just rehab, right? And it's a fundamental, it's there for movement, right? You want to make sure that you don't get your arm broke, right? There's a losing lane. We can get into this. Any violent movements, I don't know if that would be smart at all to do. So
I remember you said something like you used to go to this practice, like one of your, like I think when you started, right? Like you local and you lose to a couple guys, then you will never go back to the practice for a couple of weeks, come back, beat everybody, and then you'll never go to the same practice again. That should only happen to you a couple times.
I feel like I mean, yeah, it's just training, getting beat up, and then knowing for me, practice is this right here. As long as that other guy feels comfortable and I can have a comfortable grip, then I don't mind just sitting in the middle of the table until I can't anymore. And it don't take long. Like, it don't take long for me. Shit, the fourth guy, you got me. I'm good, right? And then I get so tired that I become the cheater against guys that I'm supposed to be stronger than, right? And then that's the practice. But it's not that fun. I don't see any really benefit except preventing injuries. And I think but I think you get better, dude. You get better when you have someone who loves you enough to act like a real referee and run you through the set grip procedure.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay.
In the strap. Every single minute that you want it, because that's what is actually happening. I did not see much arm wrestling. You and Ryan do much arm wrestling. I saw you guys get the advantage on each other for the most part, and him go desperation king's move, right? Which should have been a foul. Should have been a foul once you hit and went to the 10 o'clock position, or even 9 o'clock. It was a drive. But besides that, you guys didn't do much arm wrestling.
Yeah, you're right.
You guys took advantage of the set grip, got position, and won. So, I mean, I would really, if I was an arm wrestler, I would have really, really, really run everything back. It took Artem 8 days to arm wrestle a total of 27 seconds left and right handed.
Okay.
From ready go to win. So to think you got to spend 3-4 hours on some practice table, man, you're kidding yourself. Right? Master what is really going on. Master what's really going on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a great point. So with that being said, so with you, like, I know you're always lying to me about your Tuesdays. You're thinking you're going to practice, but then you can send me a picture from VIPs. So I know you're just going to the bar. But so if closer we get to September 23rd and you'll be in this beastly shape, would you, if you were to like go for the practice that you like, I really want to go to something, you wouldn't really care you're just going to go and bang, or you have like some in mind? Oh, all right.
I would just go up to the Harvest Gap where Junior and Tommy and all of them are. And, that's easy. And then if I want to get froggy, I run down to Dave's. And if I run into Kenny Smith and Paul Lynn, I mean, I got problems, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm not beating those guys at practice, right? There's no doubt about it. However, I feel like I got a 50-50 chance of whacking them both on September 23rd in the tournament. But we'll see. I could be completely wrong about that.
Yeah, but you gave it two things. So I guess you don't really care, but I guess you so what you're saying, you can get the froggy feeling and go to like a heavy shit where you have to like, you get some actual like good dudes.
Oh yeah, if I roll up to Dave's, I'm leaving there, ass whippings everywhere.
Got you. All right. So you do have a desire for an ass whipping here and there. I got you.
Yeah.
You're taking it out.
It's I've never went to practice and didn't get ass whippings because of the manner in which I'm arm wrestling at practice.
You're a tournament hitter. Yeah, you're not gonna be hitting dudes at the practice. You're like, yo, what's wrong with you, man? Yeah.
And even if I do hit you, I hit you once you get all the wrist position and the comfortable grip, which is fucking hilarious, right? Like, yeah, that ain't happening. I'll tell you that right now.
So before we go to East versus West card, actually, we have a quick super chat. Let me read that. $2. Travis, you outclassed the bomb. Who would win, the Russian team or Georgian team? You don't have to ask that question because every time WAF happened, Russian team plays higher than Georgian team, but Georgian team is always in the top 3 points team, I think. It's Armenian, Georgian.
A lot of factors. If we have a one-man team, Georgia wins. If you have a 2-man team, I think Georgia wins. 3-man team, Georgia wins. Because I think
I think it's stretching that one.
For me, you got Gennady, Levon, and Ravaz.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair.
That's like having the king, queen, and ace of spades, and you going into the spades game. I'm good. That's like having the 2 jokers. So you got a feeling that Levon can beat Dennis, I guess, which is close. And then you add, whoever the best other Russian is, and if, Russia's tough to deal with, man. Russia's still big. So,
well, if we're talking about this in that regard, then like just top for top, sure. If you're talking about,
that's what it means. And how many people are you going to add to the category? If we have 37 matches, maybe Russia start getting the best of them. I don't know.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, if you're like that thing can actually be measured when the Russian team did exist, because the only way to make a team if you're out there at WAF or Europeans, right? And they do have point system for teams. They always say team prizes. So that's why you just see the statistics every time. Not every time, but Russia is always their number 1 and number 2 due to, I mean, they're strong and there's a lot of people. It's a big fucking team.
And too, they had representatives in every weight class as well.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So that's why Georgians, Armenians, and Kazakhstan always come like either right there or like right behind because they're just as strong and have just as many people. So, all right, before we go to the East versus West, there's something you said earlier about the structure of your arm and how basically, it kind of changes and lets your arm muscle the way you are. If we just discussed the same thing about Prudnik, if you ever gripped up as Prudnik, or I mean, I haven't, but that's what I was explaining. It feels like he can simply apply more than you, just the way he was born and built. The wrist size, the whatever, just having a certain attributes to your statue. And if you can find a style that goes there, you can apply.
All I could tell is that when you pull left-handed, like this dude has this angle, right? And you are here, right? My length always allows me to be here. So now when that guy's like he is, I can see my hand perfectly. I see his fingertips, and I just take the back of my hand and I make sure I apply the pressure on the fingertips. If you are here and he has the same grip, that gets kind of caught right in there.
You're getting caught if you don't have enough pronation to roll it out of every point. You always have to line your arm with another arm. Yeah. If you're like this.
Yeah, like I always tell people, you got to set those sights right. You got to go between. You got to see your thumb knuckle, right? Right? Like, or at least your index finger knuckle. I mean, you got to line that sight up so it's their hand, your shoulder. And it's all this perfect line right on and you got to be able to take the back of your hand and feel those fingertips. And no matter what, apply pressure there. You don't want to go around too hard. You just want to make them work. And it's that perfect spot. But I'm like a surgeon. I'm like a surgeon up there, Artem. Are you kidding me?
Well, I just realized I'm the guy that always will tell everybody it has to be a straight line, right? If the guy's crooked, you get crooked, right? If you're straight, whatever. But I remember like a couple, what? I'm gonna do the opposite shit. Like a small joke, I'm gonna crowd and be all crooked and stuff, and the person was straight. Oh my god. It was amazing smashing somebody like this. I get it why you do that. But yeah, I'm usually on the defensive side. You're crooked. I'm going to line up right there.
What I like is when he lines up crooked, I line up crooked, and the referee starts cranking us all the way straight. That guy's really in trouble.
Right. And all of a sudden, you get all the hand position that you need, too. Exactly. Yeah. It's always like, for everybody who doesn't understand, I guess, in both of our opinions, if you look at the table from up and looking it down, your arm just has to be one ultimate line, technically, right? Ideally, it's not.
Of course, just draw a line from the middle of the elbow pad to the middle of the other elbow pad. That shit is like that. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. It ain't straight. And here's the thing. If you start straight and he carves, you're in trouble. So when he carves, you combat it by carving. That's how and listen, he carves, you do the magic thing is you carve inside his hand. You remember, once you turn inside someone's hand, ding, 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 you are 100% in control. Now, don't fold back out. Stay comfortable there. Let him and the referee straighten his wrist up. And once you've turned in his hand, man, you're going to be happy.
What's going on, Austin Wade, Carl Stanley, and all the other members, the Paul Hutchinson? Oh my God, quick super chat. Big Grove Goats, $5. Travis, please stop playing art and buy stupid shoes with the super chat button.
He's got a problem, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a problem.
Travis, is John gonna smack Voivoda? Everyone seems to think that he is fucked. Hashtag slappies.
I do think John's going to win, but it's going to be it's 51-49. It's close. But I think John's going to win. I think he's going to end up having more heart than Alexa.
I believe John's got it.
Yeah, not going to be easy, but I think he's going to get it. I
Yeah.
think John's going to beat the shit out of Todd Hudson after watching Todd in Australia.
100%, 100%. That's also going to happen.
I feel like Todd's little. Am I crazy or what? Ryan Bowen looked like he was twice as big as Todd in the picture.
I don't. So if anybody that I'm watching here, if y'all guys watch the weigh-ins, let me know because I didn't make it to weigh-ins, so I don't know what Todd weighed in at, but he's about like 230 maybe 220.
Man, you got to look at that picture on Ryan Bowen's page of him and Todd. It's crazy.
Okay,
They
well,
did not, yeah,
what if he's like on the lower side of 230, and we know that Ryan was fully bloated 240, like all in 240.
yeah,
So
but 5 kilograms? Come on, man. These motherfuckers look
okay.
to me like they're 35 pounds apart.
All right, well, guys, somebody here had to watch. Let us know.
Somebody send me the pic. Send us the picture of Ryan Bowen and Todd Hutchins that is on Ryan's Facebook page or AWE page or whatever it is.
All right, yeah, send it to me, guys, because I have a thing open with East versus West. So, Big Grove Goats was hating. I bought this ugliest shoes ever that I love, and I posted them on my stories, and he's like, "Dude, you just lost 44% of strength." And I'm like,
"Would you get some? You got some shoes in Australia?"
No. Before leaving to Australia, I went and ordered me some Balenciagas with outrageously priced, but I found them at half the price. So I was
happy. Say Balenciaga?
Yeah. I was happy.
Oh,
I was happy. Look, hey, it's a Balenciaga and Adidas collab, so it's like back to being Russian. Anyway, I found them at half price. I was happy as hell. And because of Big Grove Goats was not happy about the purchase, I'm like, thank you for your super chat.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Akagame is €2 super chat. Thank you, sir. There's no words. If you do have a question, let us know.
The Bears.
Exactly. When there's no words, it's just the Bears. Robert Gould.
Hey, Arm Wrestling World, get ready. August 12th, August 19th, August 26th are the 3 preseason games. Chicago Bears, all 3 Saturdays, you will see in action one Tyson Bagent.
So August 12th is a great day. You get to watch Todd and John, and you can watch the Bears game later on.
Yeah, and then I'm going to be in Istanbul on August 26th. So I'm missing that game, so I got to watch it on my phone.
Ooh, man,
I'm going to the first 2 and staying the whole time. So I think I'm gonna get it.
Oh, wow! You're pulling off Artem. You're gonna.
Yeah, I'm driving to Chicago on August 11th, watching the game on August 12th, hanging around on the 13th in Chicago. Me and Kaplan got some business to take care of. Then I drive to Indianapolis, joint practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm gonna stay in Indianapolis, watch the game on Saturday, drive home Saturday night. Anybody wants to come to the Chicago Bears game, let me know August 12th. And if you want to drive with me to Indianapolis, you can't, but you can ride behind during the week, joint practices, and then we watch the game on the 19th against the Colts. So it's Titans on the 12th, Colts on the 19th.
Dude, somebody said, where's the super chat goal? Can you believe it's not? Dude, if there's a super chat goal to be set, you guys let us know. I'll set them up so we have a goal of collecting $300 every episode. What are you talking about? Fill up all the goals.
We're already rich.
Robert Gould with $20 super chat. What do you guys think about Mike Hayella versus Lachlan there at East versus West? Ooh, then we have Glenn Baker super chat for $5. I'm still natty. That's being a pitcher, helping with the setup better, and I'm lefty. All right, I'm just skipping Roberts a little bit because we want to talk about the whole thing. And natty pitcher Glenn Baker. I mean, Travis, what you used to play in baseball? Were you a pitcher or what you do?
Pitcher, first base, absolute freak stud hitter.
Well, dude, Glenn, please refund. I'm going to refund you $5. pay Travis 5,000, come to the seminar that includes everything, and it sounds like y'all are the same person. The best money.
Yeah.
So, or if you want to feel a little bit cheap, just go back a couple episodes and watch what Travis been talking about. All right, Robert Gould, we love your super chat. And you know what, Robert? Bottom of the list starts like this, so it's awesome. So, Lachlan there, Mike Yellow. What you think, Travis?
I think that Lachlan Adair will win that match.
Okay. Easy.
Not bad. I mean, listen, Mike Yellow's good, kind of a one-trick pony. I can see the Adair outlasting it.
Make sure you have to go crazy in this predictions because we're going to have to probably do another one a week later. So whatever your opinion is, kill it, Travis. So Lachlan kills Mike.
Not kill him. I think he beats him.
Gotcha. I can see that because Mike will go in that inside hook, and I feel like Lachlan will be a little bit more comfortable than Mike is, even though Mike is much bigger human being actually.
Mike's offense takes a lot out of him if he doesn't quickly win.
Plus, isn't Mike like in the wheelchair anyway? After all this like spine surgeries, he has to stand up first.
He is definitely frauding the United States government by arm wrestling.
We're not going to talk about insurance claims to Florida.
Depending on how cool he is to me, I will or will not be reporting him on the way back. The Wi-Fi's a beast on Turkish Airlines. Beast.
Hey, Justin Bishop and Tom Rositz. Tom is the guy that won the East versus West qualifier out there in Turkey.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I just think that from what I hear, the dude's too big. So even if Justin's able to get his hand in one or two of the matches, I think eventually they'll go arm to arm, and the dude's too big. So yeah. Justin takes another ass whipping in Istanbul, even though he gets some wins, or at least they win.
Yeah, so Justin can be just as big, but where Justin was put earlier in weight class, it is a little bit different for him. So like he can take that match, but that's not where I feel like the agenda was earlier for Justin. I don't know how the whole weight class is going to work out, but Justin has the lane in there, but the lane is so tough to get there. So it's going to be tough. And I kind of want to see how it works out, but depending on that, if Justin can set that hook. Somebody asked, isn't Lachlan is one-trick pony either? He kind of a hooker, but I feel like he's a little bit more efficient in being an arm wrestler at it.
Yeah, I'm just going energy. I'm going energy level from older dude, coming down. Not the greatest, and Lachlan continuing to train, medicate, take it serious when it comes to being, the best arm wrestler in his weight class. They could have arm wrestled any other time in their life, and Mike Aiello was probably the favorite the last 5 years. I think this is the perfect storm for Lachlan to have that type of power needed when Big Mike comes crashing down with that wrist curl, kind of hooking, kind of shoulder rolling until he bypasses his hand with his shoulder. Then it turns into a hook. And then he's kind of hanging there in desperation. There's not a lot of movement, not a lot of transitioning, switching, the leverage, the angle, none of that. Just hold on. Mike's arm slowly gets more and more outside of his hand. Hits become less devastating as the rounds go further. 3-1, Lachlan.
All right, that's fair. So, Oleg Petrenko and Chen Shaw.
Yeah, this will be interesting only because that guy's got a lot of heart too. Like he pulled that left-handed guy, right? And they went at it. Wasn't that the guy who beat Cody Merritt?
No, that's Alizhan Muradov. Oleg is the Ukrainian.
I'm saying Alizhan didn't pull Oleg in this war left-handed when we were in Istanbul the time before?
Was it Aljan and Oleg? It was.
Yeah, it was a guy that looked like Oleg.
No. Aljan. I think like it was Aljan's like first time being there. I think Oleg pulled.
No. Aljan was there the last 2 times I was there. The first match, he had an absolute bloodbath with a guy that I believe is the guy Chance is pulling left-handed. And it may not be, but
oh man, you're so good at this. You're right. I'm looking at this. It's
it was brutal. Now, Aljan won. You're not thinking that much of it. Then you see Aljan just kill Cody, right? And you're like, dang. So I am not 100% sure if Chance's opponent is a predominantly left or right-handed guy. But what I saw in that match with Aljan is this dude's got a lot of heart, pulling in terrible positions, strong as shit. And I believe Chance's cardio is getting worse by the Krispy Kreme donut every day. You know what I mean? And if he's going to search for guys to put him in matches at practice, means he's probably not, Chance ain't in the heart department. Some guys pull with talent, some pull with a lot of heart. Ron Bass pulls with heart, right? Matt Math pulls with talent. You understand? That's the way it is, right? Jerry Carteret pulls with heart. Travis Bagent pulls with skill. Michael Todd demonstrated sick, trifling amount of heart in the past, right? Corey West, you're not even sure he has a heart when you're in there, right? Very different human beings. Some with talent, some with heart.
Well, I guess you know what people also mentioned.
Chance Shaw is all talent. He eventually will intelligently recognize the lack of heart. So he will increase his athletic ability so that it never comes into play. Or he will continue to look very sharp, very on point early in all these super matches and struggle at the end mightily.
I'm just looking at even a little bit better representation. John Brzenk also pulled Oleg right-handed, which was the match that, and John beat Oleg as well.
But did he beat him with power, right? Or did he take his hand?
He took his hand. Out.
Well, Chance might easily take his hand then, because Chance is skilled.
Hey, I'm looking at it. The highlight, which means I've cut it myself. It's 7 minutes long. That's a lot of arm wrestling. Like they pulled for more than like 1 minute overall. Like that's a big.
You're talking about John and him?
John and Oleg, yeah. If you cut down to just pulls, they might pull for like close to 2 minutes in the whole match.
Right. But John is also okay with that. Chance is going to be hyperventilating if there's any sort of length.
Chance is taking it and going with it.
Yeah, I have decided right now since talking to you that Oleg will win 3-2 against Chance.
3-2, and what Chance taking the first 2 and then gasses?
Taking the first one, fouling out the second one, taking the third one, losing the fourth and fifth. Right. If that comes true, forget about it. I'm retired.
Okay. Reno Masick and Terrence Opperman. Have you ever got to pull with Terrence, actually?
I haven't. I've met Terrence a long time ago. Outstanding guy. I know that he probably cares a lot. And, it's kind of him coming back into that world. I'm sure that he'll be really ready. I'm going to go with his opponent just because I'm imagining that you can't just come back. You can't just come back anymore. The motherfucking shit, sharks everywhere in the water. Crazy. So rooting for Terrence personally, I see him getting his ass beat in the competition.
All right, so Reno Masick 3-0. So me kind of looking at Reno's, and I'm a fan of Terrence too, and his comeback, I feel like can be good. depending on Reno is hot right now. Reno been killing people. And he's like, the dudes look like he's 30 and like 300 pounds. He's like 19 or some shit. Crazy. Crazy.
Crazy.
Don't know exactly the number, but I'm pretty sure I'm kind of accurate on those numbers. All right. Amir Sadan versus Daniel Prokopchuk left-handed. Amir is, I believe, is the world champion dude from Armenia. That's strong dude.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't know that gentleman enough to make an accurate depiction. I can tell you this though.
You've seen Dan.
Dan's a bad dude. So either this guy's really, 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 really awesome, or Daniel for fucking supreme president of the free world is where I'm at. I mean, the motherfucker's beautiful, articulate, he's strong. I vote for him.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, I'm not.
And I don't even care. I think you could beat him. I vote for him, and you are a savage human being if you can beat him. Even, I think, left-handed, he's even better.
I believe he is. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I'm not. I know they probably had a history, but I'm also too ignorant to even say. But we had Team Daniel in the house. So,
I want to see Daniel in England.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting, too.
Woo! That's real interesting.
Except Daniel's kind of like, I mean, they used to be, I guess, in the same weight class, right? But Engen is big dude now.
Well, they got to find some place, but it looked to me like Daniel don't mind.
Probably not. Yeah, who knows?
You can weigh 185.
Oh, your boy that you're about to see in Chicago, Pablo Derbendev versus Sandris Sedis.
This ought to be good. This is going to be good here.
King himself, son.
Yeah. Pablo, no doubt, is going to be a little bit stronger round one, but I think that's all he gets. I got Pablo going down 3-1.
Pablo going down 3-1. Okay.
Yeah, I think Sandris is a ninja, and if you're not elite, he will get your ass. You got to be real good to shut down everything.
Dude, everybody who will arm wrestle with you with the pants tucked into their socks, you have to be careful. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Pablo
sense of self there in that guy.
Pablo is like my second father after you, so I'm gonna root for Pablo. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. Sanders is very technical. So we'll see. Giannis Amalins. Oh, I don't know if this is happening, but it's Giannis Amalins and Mindaugas Tarasides.
No. I think Doug Ehrlich done jumped in there.
Giannis got injured. Doug Ehrlich just got injured as well, as far as I'm concerned.
Whoa, what?
So I don't know if the match stands with anybody at this point, because I don't know if that's been announced, or I guess maybe the whole thing canceled. So thank you, everybody. Everybody says it's canceled. Hey, we can pretend like it's still happening.
What's happened to Doug? Just training?
Doug torn his inside elbow. I told him, bro, I did it 3 times at W Originals. Take you 2 weeks to recover. You're good to go. Like, no, and I'm going to go to the doctor, get PT.
Stem cell. Mark will have that cured in an hour.
So, yeah, I was like, bro, it's 2 weeks healed, but I think Doug is going to go for 1 week recovery and, 1 year of recovery and going to semi-retire from arm wrestling at some point. But, yeah, I don't know. I told him to just keep me updated because I feel like torn UCL and elbow is kind of pretty common and people arm wrestle it anyway. But, yeah, who knows? All our arms feel different. As of right now, Doug Ehrlich is out. Oh, so guys, you guys. All over the place. So I guess the match is back on, and it's now Artur Makarov and Mindaugas, as far as I'm concerned.
And Arthur, the guy who used to pull in?
Yes, that's the guy, his big arms.
Yeah, well, he's going to be tough to beat right at that weight, I imagine.
Yeah, I think Arthur will smash.
I feel like Arthur is a little bit of a super patient guy, so you better be careful with old Mindaugas. Mindaugas look like just an old regular dude, and then all of a sudden, this motherfucker got you in some trance.
Dude, Mindaugas is in the chat, and she just said that Makar was also out. I'm in August. I'm gonna pull you. I'm just
Yeah, let Artem pull Mendagas. Let's
I'm
go.
I'm currently
Ingen, Artem Mendagas. Let's set it up, kid.
what's 188 pounds?
188.
Yeah.
Well, the 187s would be what?
So it's
80 kilograms.
188 pounds is 85 kilos point four. So I'm already at that weight.
Nice. Here we go. Mendagas and Artem Terlenko.
Set it up.
Set it up, Ingen Turkey. Set it up. Set it up.
I just told Engen I would like to pull the Georgian kid that beat me in Dubai. He's also 85, and you need to make 85. I'm like, I'm 85 right now. Pretty good. So, yeah, me and Mendagas, baby. Somebody message Engen.
All it took was one damaging trip overseas, and now he's lost 47 pounds, and he weighs 188.
Good. So, actually, come back to that. Sunday morning, as I was trying to leave, Monday morning, and I got screwed. I'm looking at all my flights. I'm like, there's no way I'm eating. Like, I have it's screwed. I'm like, I'm fasting. And everybody's like, who knew about it? My man, do you need money? It's not like you broke fasting, dog. You don't spend all the money on the trip. I'm like, no. Too crazy. I don't want to get involved in none of this airplane food.
Probably felt good though, right?
Oh, dude, awesome. I came back. There's a lot. I'm doing some other shit too. So, but came back home. Water is out.
No shit. Everybody can tell.
No. I'll tell you about. I'm talking about zigzags. It's that I've been checking those out too. So yeah, water is out. All of a sudden, see the abs and shit. So yeah, it feels good. I like this once in a while fastings. Anyway, so that's the reason I probably lost a lot of water. So I should be back. But if Engen calls me right now, I'm staying that way.
Mendagas. And Artem. Man, that'd be a good match too. He's good.
Yeah, I'll smash him. Yeah, Mendagas, Mindy, send the message to Engen. Let's go. Anyway, so okay, this match is out. If it's happening, I'm probably beating Mendagas 3-1. He takes my hand.
Artem's killing Mendagas.
Rob Vigent Jr. and Krus. Oh, that's not happening, right? It was RVJ and Krasimir. I'm pretty sure RVJ is out.
What happened to him?
Do some type of he has to be in court for his kid or something. There's some type of legal thing. So I'm hoping I'm not misinterpreting, but it's something to be like he can show up. Has to be something. And I don't know what had been replaced, but I'll look around. Farida Smonley and Wagner left-handed.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun to watch. That's gonna be fun. I'm going with Wagner 3-2. I'm going with I think Wagner's gonna have too much energy for it because it's gonna be close.
Yeah, I'm trying to see more flyers and who replaced who here. So you're saying it's gonna be okay? No, I don't know. Hold on. What you said, Wagner? No, I'm going with Farid, man. Are you crazy?
I know. Yeah, I got you. Farid act like his pec was a little ginger against Corey.
Right. He was a little like getting injured.
I just think that eventually it's gonna definitely stick, and Wag's gonna light up the whole. Wag's gonna light up the whole auditorium.
I mean, dog is message Engen.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. That's a good match. That's a close one. And it's also good, even if Farid, handles him in a hook, Wags won't give up. So it's all good. That's a good match.
Marius, you are correct. Yes, I was talking about Valiko Ichkedi from Georgia. Strong dude. Nacho says, baby mama is taking Virginia to court. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, legal things his daughter. So yeah, but I believe there's replacement. I don't know who's pulling Krasimir right now. I cannot find a flyer. Gennady. Okay, we're getting to the hot ones. So the top last two, unless I find what else being replaced. Gennady Kukwina and Artem Morozov.
Awesome, absolutely awesome. I believe that Ravaz and Morozov was so close, and that we're all looking for that pecking order on the Georgian team. I think that traditionally looking in, you see Levon, Gennady, Ravaz. I'm not sure that's the list. I think that we're going to find out that, first of all, Artem Morozov is the real deal, right? And he doesn't have to prove that to us by winning, only being in the match at his age. But he's not going to just be in the match. He's going to win, and he's going to win more convincingly than he was able to beat Ravaz. And I think that that perception of Ravaz getting, because I think he's gotten better too, just like Artem, and that they're both now maybe a click better than Gennady, which would then make them a click better than Devin, or at least on the same click. So I'm looking for Morozov to be dominating, and for Devin's, after Devin gets done with Gennady, him being on a trajectory to pull one of those two guys. So it's good day for arm wrestling. Great matchup. Great to see two foreign guys pulling each other that we now are interested in their brand because of their matches with their American heroes. We now feel connected to Gennady and Morozov, and it's now, I think that even one of East versus West is probably one of the ways they can grow is for Americans to be interested in European matches. So I believe that this is as interesting as it comes with two Europeans, right or wrong.
Fucking Benji, the foreigners.
The motherfucking foreigners.
Hey,
That's what it should be like. Yeah, it'd be like, who's going to win? The Bears. Who's happy about it? The foreigners.
I was about to spit it, but I remember.
Yeah, but I mean, think about a match of two. I mean, we're interested. I believe we'd be interested in Levon and Dennis, right? The American audience. And I think now, with our interest in where Devin and Chafee and Cataret are, that super interesting for us to see who's better, Morozov or Gennady, and let that person be the gatekeeper to the top two in Dennis and Levon.
So the question I have for you, do you think Artem must come here with some savage mentality? Does he probably wants to make sure it's like 6-0 because it's a replacement? You know, I think Artem was supposed to pull Devon. So he has to show up and be like, yo, I don't care about
I think that too. You're seeing
on the boss.
At his level, the apparent level against Corey West, if he just doesn't stop and just grinds, he has to see the writing on the wall that he's in a tremendous time in arm wrestling where he can earn some real money with his pay-per-view, and that at his age, he's looking at the match with Dennis, a match with Devin, and a match with Levon, all coming within the next 5 years in his career. So if there was ever a reason to double down, to pull Hermes Gasparini and risk everything, it's time. It's right now. So,
you know, that's something we talk about one day. Like, if you were to, because when you arm wrestling, you're playing arm wrestling, you're talking about a couple of months, right? Or like you have something set up or whatever. What if you're like try to produce like a guy that's supposed to pull Devon? Like there's got to be like, you have to think a couple of years ahead, I think, right? Which nobody ever does. Like, hey, don't care about this year. You might get injured, this and this, but this time, this is where you're supposed to do it. But I don't know.
Yeah, you follow Pushkar's career and you see that same bit where, I don't know if it was him, Igor, Pushkar's family, somebody pushed him before he was quite ready at between 20 and 23 years old. He arm wrestled all of us. and lost to everyone. And then fast forward 4 years after that, and he's the daddy. And he runs right through everybody that beat him. So with Artem, you figure feeding him to the wolves, you fed him to Prudnik when he wasn't quite ready. I'm sure he'd love to have that back any moment. I can't imagine that Prudnik is looking forward to pulling Artem in that rematch.
Funny you said that. Somebody just commented that. We forgot that Prudnik just beat him.
Oh, man, it was bad. Yeah, outclassed him.
Man, you're an arm wrestling fan, man. You remember all the matches.
Yeah. So it's how quickly we forget, too. And then you fast forward and you see the progression. And, yeah, I mean, Artem's on his way. So, yeah, I think Artem will win pretty convincingly, 3-0.
Okay. I love it.
But don't get me wrong. I'm sure the arm wrestling world and the pay-per-view world don't let Gennady have nothing. Like,
yeah, I feel like people might want to see.
Yeah, I believe the same thing that Ravaz and Dave Chafee did to the Dave Chafee Devin Laird match is about to happen with what Morozov does to Gennady. It makes Devin's rematch pathetically uninteresting. And the only way to get out of that is for there to just be complete bloodbath war. Or for Gennady to be a convincing winner. Like, what I believe will happen is not good for the August 26th card, I'd imagine.
Well, yeah. So what I want to say, I believe, man, I like what you're saying. I believe people will want to see it to be a war of some kind, right? But I think Artem has to come and show that, I don't care if it's the one.
Yeah, a loss from Gennady is not good for the Devin Gennady promotion, I would imagine. To the point that I'm surprised that Ingen would roll the dice. Especially after I feel like the perception of the king of the table, even though it was there, and then we pointed it out, they probably didn't lose that many subscribers or whatever, but the results being exactly what we said could potentially make viewers a little hesitant if they think that, And then I know Ingen's card
if they really believe that you have a script, yeah, they'll start buying it.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say a script. I got you. Yeah, you're right. That would be the way that's the way. And the good thing, too, Ingen has going for him is the amount of matches. So even if you're slightly turned off by one of them, it can't deter you from the amazing card, as opposed to the king of the table. They kind of got to get it right when you only have 3.
Right. Yeah. Well, hey, it's more of pumping the things out. It feels like every time you say something, King of the Table changes. So just keep talking, Travis. We're gonna make them the most amazing event out there.
Definitely get to 5. Besides that, keep killing it.
I feel like we need a paycheck though. Like
Artem Taralenko and Mindaugas.
Hey, it's first West. All right, final match. Jerry Carteret and Hermes Gasparini on that same card, man.
Never before will I be rooting for the obvious and immediate and direct underdog in Jerry Carteret. Jerry Carteret has a small chance, 5% chance of winning this thing. Hermes is devastating, right? And smart enough not to really arm wrestle once he gets stopped. What you're going to see from Hermes is so much aggression, even in a stopped manner, that he either elbow fouls and restarts and continues to just be relentless, and he will take care of Big Daddy Jerry Carteret.
With the top roll?
Yeah, with the top roll. He's going to beat Jerry 3-0 the way you're not supposed to be able to beat Jerry.
Really?
But you're talking about Jerry's never arm wrestled such an athlete. Like, this kid is still a little guy. That's why he's so fucking aggressive. And you can see it. Just go back to when Michael Todd tried to put him in the King's Move stalemate, and he doesn't sit there.
Really interesting.
He starts having a seizure.
Right. Okay. So because I will parallel to you pulling Jerry wrong a couple times in y'all crazy super matches, and you were like just as hot probably. But yeah, you're right. You're also not a small dude. You're looking
not a small dude, not balanced. I don't have my feet underneath me when I'm making those side hits. I've committed my ass hanging, right? Legs spread, not the same. Yes, not the same. Listen, Hermes is the perfect, and it's going to be, and I'm going to tell you something. I'm praying that Jerry Carteret has reached a level that not only am I not familiar with, but I am surprised about. Mm-hmm. Take it there, kid. Take it there. Never, ever, ever, ever would I love to be wrong more. I want to be wrong,
of course.
But make no mistake about it. There's one American that has a chance. His name is Chance Shaw. Everyone else making the trip goes down. And Chance goes down 2-3-2, but he's got the best shot. After this, seriously, Ingrid's going to have to reevaluate even more as to diminishing the amount of competition the Americans will be facing.
Right. So, yeah, I believe Jerry's style. You're right. I feel like Jerry's style and his arm, that makes it difficult for a big top roller. So if you actually happen to be a smaller dude and your forearm shorter, because by the time Jerry puts in the flop press, his wrist is in the middle of your fucking pad. And you're like, where do I go from here? But if your arm just short enough, and you do have the room to go down and drop and don't separate. So yeah, I see what you're saying.
And we're talking, like, think about the strength level of Hermes. Are we crazy about what we witnessed? We saw it. The strength level is nuts. Nuts. And he's going to have all that wrist positioning. Dude, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad early. Hermes going to look real good early. And then we'll just see when that little moment of crunch time happens and Hermes has that seizure and he can have it 5 times in a row. And all he needs is one of them to hit. He can foul. There's a lot of fouls that can be given. And Jerry.
What's the score?
Score is 3-0 Hermes.
Man, okay, that's interesting. I'll love to, I'm going to see what people are going to say about this.
Prove me wrong, please, American team. Prove me wrong.
I would like to give shout out to Jerry, and I don't know if it's his Power of Pole Italia, but Jerry been killing it on his channel too, updating everybody, bench pressing 60 plus reps. Crazy. It's insane. 2 things.
Take it to a place we can't believe, Jerry. Go crazy.
And August asked if I can make 85. The reason we're talking about it is because I am 85 right now. I don't even have to make it. So that's the beautiful thing about it.
And put it out here. Fuck you, Mendaugas. How about that? That's what Artem said too. Now, say something.
Oh, man. So somebody asked, so if Artem gets the match, does he go down as well? No.
Yes. Mendaugas 3-0. This dude's a freak. Man, listen. Yeah, man. Listen, the Americans are in trouble. This card is not good for them.
I'm staying home, man. Mendaugas, retract that message. So that's the card. With probably me coming there, and we don't know if Krasi had a replacement. I can't find it on Instagram, but that's pretty much wraps a lot of topics for today. However, there's one important thing we have not talked about. It also happened during this Saturday. Super horrible. Zurab Tavbaridze broke his record.
I retired as soon as I saw it. And I had to get back. I had to switch back up when I woke up the next morning. Yeah, what a sad thing. Because what a great dude. What a great dude. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something that I firmly believe. You got to be careful, man, in that gym. If you go back weeks of Zarab training, he's doing some ridiculous stuff that probably tweaked that old arm in just the right spot. So be careful with those standing straight barbell curls. Be careful about the swinging and just be smart. And know right there that this is another thing you can be careful of. Be careful not going to that arm wrestling practice where that range of motion is needed, and then building this superhuman weightlifter at home without being on that practice table. Now, I don't think that's what we saw from him. I think we got a damaged arm through intense, ridiculous training for what looked to me like trying to become the greatest arm wrestler in his weight class. Like, the motherfucker's the real deal. So, but what a sad moment for arm wrestling to know that you can do that much, have that much activity, and still not be out of that danger.
Right, it is insane time to think about that. As far as stable time, I agree with you what you said, and I agree. I don't think that's Zurab's case because you see him working the table, playing time is also. I think he gets the play.
I think it was a little of some fucking crazy fucking weights.
I agree.
Crazy weight training.
I agree. It's couple. I don't even think it's that. Plus, he's fairly fucking active as far as just like competing
and juiced up like a motherfucker. Gee, man, hey, get off the sauce, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that's what makes you go insane as far as like you think you're recovering a lot of time because you're always feeling good. But you're accommodating. You're accommodating.
Fight somebody's face off to tell you not to train harder. I know. Trust me.
And dog, I said,
I've seen a lot of roid rages in the gym.
Main dog is talking to you. He says, I like you too, Travis.
That's my dog. That's my dog. We got to get him a match. Who can we get him to match? Who's the match for him? Mindaugas and it should be Mindaugas and the guy Bacho beat.
Adam?
Warzanski, have him get to 85.
Okay, well, I mean, if you ask me, I think like I beat Adam and I'm lower weight, so it's perfect.
Whoa, you got a lot of nerve after your loss there to be talking shit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Adam would love to pull you too. No,
I'll love next Saturday.
I like Artem. I like Artem and Mindaugas. I think that's the match, Ingen. Let's go, Ingen. Wait, is Ingen on here right now?
He's probably watching, but he's not sending messages, so we don't know. But
Ingen, voice your opinion.
I'm going to destroy every arm wrestling math by next Saturday. Watch me enter 200 class and beat Coach Ray and Adam right-handed, and then jump into 20 class left-handed and go whoop on old Mario for last Saturday.
Whoa.
That's the plan.
All right. Coach Ray, you'll see Coach Ray. Oh, and yeah, you will see Coach Ray. What happened to Giannis? What injury did he get?
I feel like Giannis, hold on, so Giannis is not coming to Australia because Giannis is supposed to come to Arizona next Saturday too. So I don't really know what exactly happening there.
False advertising from Talmadge. False advertising.
The hilarious part is, I guess, if meme and August do happen, that's happening because he just got canceled, 3 matches, right? He could not get 3 guys to do that. Me and Ryan happened technically because there's also 3 guys that could, I feel like it was him and Chance. Chance got injured. Todd got into accident. Him and Michael Todd were set up too. Michael Todd was supposed to be there for something and he couldn't come. So now me and August can get 3 people in, and all of a sudden,
yeah, let's go, Ingen. Hook it up. All right, we've got to be over an hour, right? I'm dying.
I know. It's clearly that I need a job, so I can stop going to all the tournaments. So, sir, I've been torturing you here for exactly 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Oh my goodness, get me off of here. All right, tomorrow we'll talk about our tournaments and the schedule.
Well, I'm gonna kick you off as usual. I'm gonna fill people in because we do have this hot tournament. Given the first date again, September 23rd.
September 23rd is the first one. Then we're rocking in California in October, late October. I think it's 25th, 22nd, something like that.
Oh,
then
we're gonna go to Houston in like November when it's cold.
Then we're back in Baltimore.
Ah.
Yeah. Trust me, I got these $2,000 venue sponsors all lined up, baby.
Hey, before you go, Paul Hutchinson asks, I think Travis wakes up and first thought is, how do I roast Artem today?
No, you kidding me? That's my dog, man.
Hey, come on, man.
Wait till I kill him. I'm gonna go beat Ryan for you too. I'm gonna go to Australia beat Ryan for you.
I appreciate you, sir. That's why we're good friends.
I'm like, I'll beat Devin like you're Matt Mass. You take ass whoopings, I'll defend them.
Love it. I believe in Travis Bagent, and somebody just became a member. Defense spot. Thank you, sir.
Boom. All right, you're the man. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Let me fill these people in. Yes, guys. So Travis called me another day. Forget when. I think I was in Australia, but we are finishing up on. Well, not finishing up. I feel like we've talked about our tournament. If you guys know, we're trying to do this big open weight class tournament when we're gonna cut it down to 16, 8 people. I forget if it's 16 or 8 people as far as like the high quality footage. It's like it's gonna be an entire show, but we want to make it look good and highlight those like top 8 dudes in each weight class, even though it's in the one weight class. So you guys heard the format. It just we could not figure out date, where, how, and where, who gets the money. And Travis called me with the best fucking idea and to host it September 23rd at his like in his city out there. Like we have a venue, so it'll be easy. We're gonna have a lot of control. It's in West Virginia, so you can fly to like 3 different fucking airports. Great time. So that we're gonna set it up there. I'm gonna let Travis talk about it more heavily tomorrow, but that's the time of the tournament. So if you happen to be crazy about Travis Bagent format and like I don't know, like brand us, and you want to participate in the thing, because we're gonna try to make it big, and I don't know what Travis' real inspirations are, but I do believe we can kill it and create some type of new product where we're not trying to compete with anything. It's not a like super much pay-per-view, but we're gonna create another great event with nice coordination and filming and production, all that, to where it's I don't really care about streaming part. I feel like Travis stresses it out. I care about really nice post-production. So fuck, we might come up with some type of YouTube version of Game of Arms or something, given I'm not the videographer. Like I can film stuff, but I'm gonna find all the money to pay Anton to edit it for us, and maybe we'll come up with some type of series. So September 23rd, open weight class. You guys get crazy, whatever you want to do. Man, that's a lot. It's not only just a tournament and for us to make a show. The winner of the classes, or however we're gonna end up, if you win the tournament, you will get a shot at East versus West, paid for. You may get a shot at AWE. You will get a shot in a lot of different places where we will talk to the promoters prior and see if they're interested. But a lot of things have been locked into where all these guys are excited to have our winners there. So doing pretty cool things. Check us out. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Share the clips of this thing. Hey, you know what? One request, guys. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but if you do it, I will love you for guys to do it, because there's not much really asking you here. If you can go and pick up one of the shorts of this channel, there's a couple shorts right now in here that like over a million more for Cooper Tires. If you can share it around with your like friends and family, and because it's very generic and funny video, because why not send it to your grandma? Like, hey, look at this goofball flipping plates. I feel like it'll help the channel. So that's the only request I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. See you probably tomorrow. Giannis hurt his elbow. Now we know. Any super chats I missed? Sorry, guys. As more I realize, Travis is hard to interrupt with the super chat. Oh man, I had top chat and not live chat on, so now I see all the messages. What Oh man, that's a good one. What will Travis do? I love it. If you guys don't know, like I was asking for the whole episode for I need a t-shirt that sends a message basically. I'm here because I'm too scared of Travis Bagent talking shit, right? I'm here because Travis is gonna talk shit on the podcast. I'm here trying to hit. I'm here stay. There's a lot. I don't know, whatever. I don't know if I'm here is the thing, but WWTD, what will Travis do? That sound good. And I like what Travis said. Dude, he's gonna kill you. So I feel like those two things, yeah, I love it. So if you got to watch it, please leave a comment under the podcast and we'll see. Come on with the t-shirt. Artem, what do you think of Plamen Dimitrov and Bacho? Sounds interesting. I mean, we don't know Bacho's power yet, where it caps, right? Like, we don't know how he really, we know he's strong as shit. We don't know how strong he is. So, I mean, as far as technical, sure, good top roller versus crazy strong hooker. Yeah, I mean, it could be good, could not be good. As I said, we need to see who can put a first stop on Bacho to be like, all right, this is where it stops. I noticed you with the Chilean shirt. I'm from Chile. Yes, I was given a Chilean shirt from a guy from Chile that was at Virginia finals. Super strong dude. Happened to beat him. Happened to get the shirt out of it. The best exchange ever. Thank you guys for being here. 1 hour, 45 minutes in. We'll see you